Well, hello and happy Tuesday, the 12th, I believe it is. Welcome back to another Practice Insider's Edge and our Grow Platform Marketing Insights. It has been a week since we've had a conversation, and today I want to talk to you about Instagram. It is an amazing platform depending on how you use it, hopefully both with images and videos. We'll talk about that inside of here, but it's just a great platform for you to promote yourself, your brand, get mixed in with other influencers, if you will, as a way to highlight your practice and your services. So today I'm going to share 15 topics. I promise it's not going to take as long as some of my other 15 components have. I'll try and dig into it right away to share with you again how we can use Instagram to really help you grow and scale your practice. So let me drop the stream in here of the screen. So I'm going to cover 15 tips for practices to attract new patients on Instagram. So here's what we're going to be covering today on this presentation. The first one is listen to Instagram. Sounds crazy, but I want you to listen to it. Balance work with play. Present various aspects of your practice. Present your employees and patients. Show your service in action. Dress it up a bit. Don't just take pictures. Document key moments. Number 9 is going to be don't go overboard with filters. Hire an expert. Be a part of the community. Follow the trends. Connect your account to Facebook. Reward your followers and learn from the best. So that's a lot, but let's dig into it. Again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. That's my wife, Terry. I am a chiropractor. My wife is a physical therapist and athletic trainer. We had our practice together a few years ago when we practiced together. We've practiced since then in private practice. And now we are helping private practice healthcare professionals grow and scale their practice. If you're looking for ways to do that, and maybe you want to learn about Instagram a little bit more, drop in the comments below the word Instagram and we'll get back to you. Or if there's a form that you need to fill out to connect with us there, please do that too. So we just want to see you find success on all different levels within your practice. So again, let's kind of jump into the presentation. Instagram is going to be one of the most important social media outlet marketing sources for your practice that are out there. A lot of you are using it. A lot of you aren't. For those that aren't, you need to jump on the bandwagon. And here's going to be 15 Instagram practice tips that will help you make the most out of the photo, video, taking, sharing service that is called Instagram. So step number 1 is listen to Instagram. And what I mean by that, Instagram itself is a great source for practice tips, with some stellar advice on their blog geared towards that very subject. So go check it out. In other words, go to Instagram.com, see what the Meta platform is saying are the best practices for you to get more benefit from the platform. The second one is balance work with play. So of course, you want to highlight your practice and state new patient openings 3 times a day, but it's not always the greatest way to do that. It's more about education and entertainment. You'll quickly find yourself losing traction if all you do is push your practice versus provide value. Now, I have to learn from that as well. I've got to get a little bit more focused on the video-centric part of it, which we'll cover in a short bit here. So mix in some fun photos related to your community so that you don't come across as just an emotionless marketing machine and practice. Number 3 is present various aspects of your practice. So a great way to represent your practice via Instagram is to let your followers in on what's going on behind the scenes. So what happens on the day when you first come into practice? What are some of the things, the battles that you have to go through? Other practitioners can learn from you. And by all means, you want your patients to respect what you do there. So demonstrate all aspects of your practice, from operations to products to services. People will really enjoy getting the look on the inside and under the cover to see what it's like for the creation and movement of their favorite specialist, and that specialist would be you. Number 4 is present your employees and patients. So highlight the people who are keeping the wheel running. And maybe it should say wheels, because hopefully you do have a few wheels on the ground to make this run. Followers always enjoy seeing a happy doc performing an interesting, unique treatment on a patient. If you're not a doctor, a practitioner, whatever it may be, but they're always willing to see what their specialist is out there to share. Number 5 is show your services in action. So a great way to attract new patients is with photos and videos that'll show one of your services on a patient. In other words, if you do kinesiotaping, or rock tape, or if you use rock blades or Graston, or if you do cupping, that's like the main thing. People want to see the cupping hickeys that are all over everybody. I don't think that is the greatest of a clinical component of that, but if that's what gets patients coming in the door, maybe you need to try that. Maybe you're doing stuff that helps with young kids, pregnant moms, exercises, food, whatever it is you can do. If done right, the fans will be enticed by the imagery and the need to set up a consultation for you in your office. Number 6 would be to dress it up. What I mean by that is you don't want to show a typical day at your practice because frankly, a typical day probably isn't that exciting. So shine a light on the moments that make your practice seem like a constant source of wonder. When is it that you made a patient's day? When they tell you, man, I can't believe how great I feel. It is an immediate time to open up your phone, turn on Instagram, go live if you wish, and actually get a video testimonial that's there. So this leads me into number 7 is don't just take pictures. Video is great. Instagram's 15-second videos are a major part of the social media platform. So be sure to utilize them. 15 seconds doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it's long enough to get certain potential patients and possibly get them to potentially be interested in the service that you do, as well as schedule a consultation. Number 8 would be to document key moments. So don't be shy about recording the practice's milestones for all of your Instagram followers to see. Are you hiring a new staff member? I just saw a doc that we work with. He posted that they added a new office manager. Do you have any athletes that you work with? Always be careful when you work with athletes that you don't put them in jeopardy of losing any eligibility, especially at the collegiate level, but also at the high school level as well. And of course, professional level. Your fan base will appreciate the opportunity to get the firsthand look at momentous events in your practice, further in investing them in your success within your practice. Number 9 would be don't go overboard with filters. Filters are fun, but a lot of people and companies go way too far with them. Be sure to use them in the photos where there's a clear purpose for it. So I would go as easy to say that if you still consider yourself a beginner at photography, you may want to hold off altogether on some of the filters that are there. You also want to hire an expert at point number 10. Of course, there are people who can tell you what filters make sense. In the cascade of mediocre photographs on Instagram, well-shot ones really do stand out from the pack. So consider finding someone who can help make your photos really appealing. Even an intern with a strong sense of design can go a long way for you in your practice. Be a part of the community is point number 11. So don't be a social media leech. In other words, an important Instagram tip is to interact with followers and other practices by following and commenting on their photos. By taking part in the larger Instagram ecosystem, you're much more likely to cultivate a loyal group of fans and new patients. Number 12 is you want to follow the trends on Instagram. It's amazing what a hashtag can do to make a difference. And by contributing to the trends, your brand can be exposed to a whole new audience of users as well as potential patients. So this is a critical tip, especially if you offer online coaching in your practice. It's a great way for you to get a broader reach than just locally. You want to make sure you connect your account to Facebook. It's a simple step. Maybe you don't use Facebook a lot, but it makes it easier to actually post to both places. So if you are using Facebook, which I suggest you still do, there is still a lot of people on the platform. Link it to Instagram so your Facebook can cross-pollinate both the followers and gain more new patients that way. Number 14 is reward your followers. Give people incentives to follow your brand on Instagram, such as offering regular prizes to your followers in exchange for publicity. If you've got merch at your practice, a hat, a shirt, headbands, anything like that, say to the next follower that when we hit 100 or 200 or 300, that person that likes us or becomes our 300th follower, you're going to give them this small token of appreciation, such as a shirt for them to buy in. And then finally, number 15 is learn from the best. The number one way to figure out how to stand out from the flocks of Instagram accounts is to draw inspiration from the successes that have come before you. Look at the best of the best, see what they use on Instagram, and remember, success leaves clues. So again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. I truly appreciate you hanging with me on another marketing insight here with Practice Insider's Edge. As always, feel free to reach out to me with my email there or send a text or a phone call as well. I do not mind that. I'd love to chat with you. But again, thank you for taking the time. If you are a private practice healthcare professional and you are looking for ways to grow and scale your practice, please do reach out to us. Send us a DM, or in the comments below, just enter the word Instagram. We'll get back to you. We'll see how we can help you with what you're doing to grow and scale your practice. Because again, we want to see you achieve success on so many levels. You take care. Have a great day. We'll see you again next week.